Hello. Give the video some likes. Hey, Lions Den, how you doing? Are you home from work? Blazepreneurs, long time no see. Johnny Mata, how you doing? I know you'll be alive. I'm good. When are we meeting, Johnny? Please hit the like button. Get me to 8 likes. If you give 8 likes, there will be 20 people in the room. So everybody like the video. I'm doing great too. Neil Dan, it says the legendary Professor AH. I like that, Dr. AH. I've been battling a cough for almost 2 weeks now, but it's better now, so please bear with me. Johnny, here's to you some nice. I'm having tea now. I don't want coffee because I don't want to stay awake. I want to go to bed like a human being. Please get me 10 likes. If you like the video, more people will come in the room. We'll have a great, not when Ferrari, when King Air, man. I want a King Air. You know what a King Air looks like? I'll show you. You know what a King Air looks like? Let me show you what a King Air looks like. King Air E360. So this is my King Air. This is where I'm starting, okay? I have stuff to do. I have work to do. I have work to do. I have work to do. Church planting, you know, continental administrations. King A. Oh, Chris is here. Chris, I was telling somebody about you today. I said I got a great. Yeah, it's very important. The world is really changing so fast, and the way they're bringing on this thing is been on a lot. I'm thinking all the time. It's not necessary. A lot of people are tired. They're just waiting for something to happen. They're waiting for something to give, you know, and so they don't really care about any news, and all they want is give me an increase. I want my profit. But that's the danger. So let's start talking about shadow banks, stable coins, take profit. Shadow banks. I'm in a coffee shop. Is it noisy here? Can you guys hear me? So we're talking stable coins. Please like the video. I beg you. Somebody type like the video there. Like the video. Very important that we like the video. This is the only way that my word gets out, by your help. They're making some espresso there. So if you hear that, that's what's going on, okay? So like the video, okay? Please like the video. Like the video. Chris is greeting everybody like he likes to do. Okay. All right. So let's talk about shadow banks, stable coins, and actually maybe I should just even do a little bit of editing on the title. But I don't want to just create a crowd. You know, if you put XRP, everybody comes in, they want to hear what you're saying. But those of you who want to hear something more serious, I'm telling you, half of the people holding XRP, what's happening? Oh, that's awesome. What did you use? Did you use Kinetic, or are you doing it on Zaman? But I just want you guys to know that what's about to happen this summer is going to be one of the biggest bull runs you've ever seen. But here's where the problem is. Many people have no take profit skills. They won't know what to do. There's a lot of skills around profit taking. One of the things you have to understand is that there is more than one stable coin. You want to look at how many stable coins there are available and which ones are paired to your asset, and how you can move between stable coins. There are stable coins that have a lot of depth. For example, RLUSD is at 1 billion as we are speaking market cap. The liquidity will rise because remember, the stable coins is like your central banks will print more money. Please like the video. I'm begging you people to like the video. It doesn't add up if we're on here and we're not helping one another. I need to get more people in the room. If I have 50, that's okay. I don't need 10,000 people. I don't need that. I just need some people from where I can draw an audience who can respond to what we're doing. So we have RLUSD, we have USDC. These are very, very key assets that we should be considering for taking profit. Now, you may run into the problem of not having pairs. I've told you before about taking profit outside of the centralized exchange. Now, this is where you are taking profit less than, say, 50K, 25K. Try the DEXs, because you will find that it's quick, it's easier. In the event that there is a bank run, like an exchange run, and the exchanges lock you out, because people are going to be locked out. But I just wanted you to remember, if you hold a ledger, if you hold a decent wallet, there's a lot of stuff you can do within those environments. Go back and look at your ledger. Get familiarized with your ledger. Make sure you are checking it once a week at least, not to see prices, but to make sure that it's updated. It's to make sure that it's synced with your stuff. You know, today I was helping one of the Patreon members just to go through his ledger and all of that. A lot of times, people have not touched their ledger for a long time. It happened to me. There was some years ago, for 2 years, I didn't look at my ledger. I had the Ledger Nano X. I didn't touch it. And what ended up happening was, when I was trying to take profit in Shiba Inu, I had to move my Shiba Inu to an exchange, KuCoin. And in the process of trying to do that, it just said to me, oh, update, update, update. And back then, it's a little bit better now. This is a couple years ago. It took a while for it to update, and I found myself sitting down there gawking at the thing, angry. By the time I was able to take profit, I had lost some of the opportunity. But that was, you know how it is in a bull run where things go up in 3 hours. You can have 1,000% happening. You can have 10,000% over a 2-day period, 48 hours. It a bull run, and this is why you have to be ready for your profit taking, and you have to train yourself. You have to learn. I haven't been able to come around to do a video, but I have my Patreon in mind. Yes, and on this last Sunday I was not available, but every Sunday I will be doing a Patreon. I traveled, I was out of town. So if I'm out of town and I'm not in an area that's very conducive, not in a hotel, I did a live, but it was a public live on YouTube on the highway from the north. I went up north, very cold up there, lots of snow, but it was a great trip. It was a church ministry and stuff related trip. So on my way back, I did a live, and some of you were able to catch that live. It was really awesome talking to you all on the highway, and we had good service for quite a bit of that highway, and it was really nice talking to you guys. So I'm talking about shadow banks, stable coins, take profit, and I'm starting with take profit skills, because some people do not know that it's not only how to buy, it's not only how to store, it's not only how to send. You have to know how to take profit. You have to have profit taking strategies. Number one, and this is why I said you need patience to hold and wait. You need patience to learn, and you need patience to do what? What's the last patience? There's one more I talked about the other day. But there are 3 areas of patience you have to become skillful at. It can be learned. Patience can be learned. You can learn how to wait while you are holding. You can learn how to learn while you are waiting. You see what I'm saying? But beyond that is that you must also learn how to take profit, and it takes patience to learn. You must learn. In the place of patience, you grow. You grow. And a lot of people don't know how to take profit. They are busy stacking up crypto, yeah, stacking up, shoveling into the barrel, and they have this $100,000 worth of crypto, $20,000 worth of crypto. Some of us don't even have that much. We don't make that kind of money. And they're putting all this money away in hopes of a massive. Somebody told me he just mentioned XRP to someone, and they went and put 20,000 into it last week. Another person, a good friend of mine, came looking for me. He's an older gentleman, and he said, I am ready to put $30,000 into this. No, I said I want 30,000 XRP. Thank you so much for the gift, Daniel. You're more than welcome to give me donut money and tea money, guys. So thank you so much. And so we ended up, I said, all right, I can help you get it. And then I find that a lot of people are not willing to pay for services, or willing to pay someone to show them things that they don't know. This is a completely new area. By the time they start teaching it in the schools, it'll be too late. By the time CNBC starts talking about it, it'll be too late. Right now, CNBC is talking about crypto, but not in the way. You still have the window is almost closed. We are at 95%. The window will soon slam shut. By 2027, those who don't get in now will get in in a flat market, but the cycle, in my opinion, with Bitcoin driving the way, will disappear. The Bitcoin cycle will disappear. All the 4-year tests is over. It's over. But this year, we're going to see Bitcoin explode in price. I am expecting a minimum of $150,000 for Bitcoin's price. It's going to at least double from where it is right now. At 69,000, you're going to see 140, you're going to see 150, you're going to see even more. A friend of mine I was talking today, David Ojua, was telling me it's likely going to go. He's a prophet. He's saying 170, 180, close to 200K. But I believe I have received and seen $150,000 to $160,000. Now, and so what I'm saying is, we've got to prepare. You've got to learn how to take profit. It's not just, because when it comes, do you know, sometimes when you see a crypto that's moved 1,000% right before your eyes, that's 10x. Or it does 100x. There are some altcoins that will do 100x, and you are sitting down there, you are frozen. You have to be calm. You have to know exactly how to move. People take these things for granted. You will hear many sub stories in September of this year, in November and December, because people will miss the window. I'm just telling you now, write this down. People will miss the window. I'm telling you, because why? They are not learning. They are only learning how to buy, learning how to store, learning which wallets to put their stuff in, but they're not learning how to take profit. How do you want to, what is involved? Friends, you have to understand the decentralized settings and the centralized settings, the differences. You have to know, like I said, which stable coins have depth, so that when you take profit, you are sure that you don't have a problem. Some decentralized settings have what they call low liquidity. So if you just run to anyone without knowing what you're doing, you will get into some difficulty. Please, if you have not followed me on Patreon, follow me on Patreon. It's AH for Truth. Find me on Patreon. I got some new members. I'm excited. I'm trying to get 200. I need only about 14 or 13 to get to 200. 13 Patreon members to get to 800. What did I say? 200 Patreon followers, and that would be awesome. And then we keep growing it in the Patreon. But I know that there is coming a crypto rush, and it's going to happen in the summer of this year. People are waiting to see how things will turn out before they jump in. It's a critical mistake. All right, so let's go to the stable coins. I was talking about taking profit. Have I said everything I want to say about taking profit? Yeah, just get ready. On your marks, ready, go. Here's what I would suggest to someone who's holding. I don't believe that you should hold your crypto without taking profit, because I've made that mistake before. When a crypto you are holding, let's say you have $1,000 in a crypto asset and it becomes 10,000. I think it would be silly not to take 3,000 out of that crypto, because now you took your 1,000 that you invested, you took 3,000, another additional 2,000. Take your wife, take your husband out for a dinner, take your kids out, let them have a good time. You may not be able to go on a vacation, but you know what? It makes sense to take a little bit and then you hold it. When you hold that, right, in USDC, you make sure you put money away for taxes, because that's going to come. The tax man will always come, right? So you got to remember that. Hey, Jay Major, how are you doing? Somebody said, what about XRP? What's your price prediction this year? I don't know. I just know that it'll do. I'm not going to say, because there's no need. Just get ready. Just get ready. The bull run will be the biggest you've ever seen. So I'm not going to make a price prediction. All right. Instead, I will teach you what is most important. What has happened to all the price predictions we made in the past? We analyze, we look at things, only few of them have happened. And so there's no point. What is important is to get ready, to be shocked. In 2021, people did not know where things were going to go, and it was crazy. It was crazy, and this will be crazier than 2021. This bull run will be crazier, but it'll be short. It'll be short, and then crypto will crash again, but to a newer low. You know, the new low is likely going to be higher than the previous low, right? So if a crypto was at $2 and it gets to $20, it may come down to $5. Okay, I'm just giving you a kind of the way that I see it happening, and I knew this from 2023, and I was discussing it with my wife today, and also Professor Joa when we were talking on the phone earlier on. So that's why, in my opinion, what is more, all this price prediction is not as important. It's not important anymore to me, because I know where things are going. And so, for example, I make a price prediction. What does that do for me or you? The best thing is to know what to do and how to do it, because people are going to get stuck on exchanges. People are going to get stuck not knowing how to meander. This is why I said in one of my videos, if you hold a ledger, familiarize yourself with the ledger. Get the ledger card. Get the ledger card. Apply for it and have it as one of your off-ramps, because you can easily move USDC, BTC, PYUSD, RLUSD. I'm not sure of RLUSD, but you can move a lot of you know PYUSD has depth. Why? Let's actually look. Let me just ask this AI here. What's the, because I don't know, for PYUSD. So let's see what AI will say. Okay. PYUSD is PayPal. Okay, it's there you go. The current market cap for PayPal USD is 4.07 billion. So you want to see how can you use, I don't know all the answers, but I'm telling you the kind of knowledge you need now. This is not time for what do I buy. If you are new, yeah, you are thinking of what to buy, right? But this is the time for those of you who have been holding to move, because if you don't want to get tired and weary, wondering when's it coming, do something with your time. Learn how to exit, because there's more people now in the market that were not in the market a few years ago. You just came in. The last 3 years has seen the largest number of people come into crypto than ever before. So there's 32 people here with 13 likes. It's the likes that drives the algorithm. So you have to like the video. Double tap on your phone if you have an Android. Like the video. Okay, Daniel says, I'll take profits in RLUSD and put aside my 20% for long-term capital gains. I like that. I'm glad they delayed, so I got my portfolio in the long-term tax bracket. I'll take a little profit. Makes sense. What about XRP? What's your price prediction this year? I think I've answered that. So I won't really do that, because I've come to realize that it is not necessary. I'm doing a lot of price prediction, not prediction for the short term. I've done 50,000. I've talked about 25,000. I've talked about $1,000, $1,600, $589. I've talked about all those things in 2024. If you want, go to my videos and look at my what's it called, my video history. You would see that. What do they call them now? When you put them in different categories, I forget the name of it, but just go and you can watch those videos from the past if you want. So then another thing is that a lot of the people that I know have everything in XRP. I'm not saying it's a mistake. If you have a long-term view and you don't have anything you want to do with finances right now, you could do that. But I'm not doing that, and I'll tell you why. You see, people are XRP is, somebody said it's a distant harvest, and I tend to agree. See, we're going to see the kind of going down fight of the bankers that we've never seen before, because everything has an end. Everything under the heavens has its end. Please like the video. There's 30 of you in the room. Give me more likes. The things will come to a point, to a head. Everything has its end. They've enjoyed milking the people for years and years and years. Now there's this new technology. I don't think that they knew how fast things would move. I don't think they even expected that there will be a president who will be interested in doing what he says about the crypto, who was almost destroyed financially until crypto was able to help them move money outside of the banking system. So guess what? I want you to look around. I have researched this thing. Look at all the people, all the companies engaging in stablecoin. Do you know that XRP right now, XRP Ledger, is currently moving about $100 billion daily within their partnership with Cross River Bank? And I want you to go, if you research it, you'll see how many, I'll do a video on that, how many companies have lined up behind Cross River Bank. Massive cross-border, not cross-border, payment companies, and many of them are doing cross-border, by the way, but not the kind of cross-border we are expecting, the one the banks do, the trillions of dollars. That can only come through the Clarity Act, because banks won't move until there is clear-cut regulation and guidelines and rules as to how to engage, so they avoid all of those lawsuits that can get them into big hot water. You see what I'm saying? So that's very important. Okay, so all right, let's talk about the stable coins. I have this thing. I'm going to make a separate video on stable coins as well. Do you know that the stable coins is one big, oh my God, think about it, okay? Billions of dollars, stable coins. I try to break things down for people to understand, because I don't understand all those technicalities. When people are talking, I get lost. But God has given me this grace to understand and break it down for everybody. Stable coins are like your fiat in crypto. Now, because you are unlocking value, please follow me carefully, because you are unlocking value that is been hidden all of this time, because you are unlocking value, thank you, Daniel, because you are unlocking value, something is happening. When value is unlocked, you see, in a real world economy, I'm in a coffee shop, when value is unlocked, right? Volume of transaction in the currency of the day, of the country, of the locality increases, right? GDP. When there's work going on, right? A new coffee shop opens. This is a coffee shop. If one opens 10 kilometers from here, let's say this one grosses $300,000 a year, and that one now grosses like $250,000 a year. You automatically, within 10 kilometers, you have increased by over 50%. And then you create employment, which means people earn money working in the coffee shop, and then they disperse that in Walmart and everything. So basically, now we have a completely new entrant into the wider economy, which is cryptocurrencies. And cryptocurrencies have stable coins to allow them to talk with the fiat and the real world. That's the first job of stable coins. But another hidden job of stable coins that people are not always talking about or aware of, is, except the experts, and I'm not an expert, right, is that stable coins are entering into everyday life. Stable coins are permeating the global economy to retain America's dominance as far as economy is concerned. Now, I don't know how long they can hold that, but I'm telling you, they are giving China a run for their money. China will produce, China will do all these things, but at least leave something for America. At least leave something for some of these other countries. And so the US wants to ensure, with stable coins, it's a new system, it's a new economy, it's a new, and the real world economy is now being interpreted, right, in the cryptoverse. There's an interpretation. If I did not understand Greek and I went to Greece, I would need someone to interpret for me. You know, I'm going to pay them, right? If I had an app, I have to download the app. Some of them are for free, but it's being paid for by ads. But you could get the free, the paid whatever for that. So if we have to interpret the real world in the crypto world, right, then there is hidden value. Think about billions being interpreted in a new country, in a new system, in a new economic, frontier, right? What's happening? And now, just like email defeated paper letters and the post office and so on and so forth, in the same manner, crypto money, e-money will shock people, the value that will be unlocked. All the people crying market cap, market cap, market cap. Market cap is not a law or a rule or a wall that the government distributes. You get a market cap, you get a market cap, you get a market cap, you get a market cap. Has to do with securities, as it were, but in the way it works. But when it comes to commodities, you cannot limit the market cap of a commodity because it has to do with how people want it. Why should Bitcoin go to trillions and some other crypto cannot? Without utility, Bitcoin did it. What is the market cap for beans or rice? If there's more demand for beans, the market cap will go up. It's a commodity. See what I'm saying? Look at gold. Gold could jump anyhow crazy and nobody cared. It's because it's gold. It's just how we see things. So we can't see a digital asset that mimics gold or any precious metal go to a crazy height. It's coming, and the earlier we got prepared, the earlier we got ready to understand what's about to happen, the better. We are going to see crazy jumps. So stable coins are such an amazing entrant because, as remember, Tether, look at what they're doing with Tether. Tether was being minted. Minting of Tether just inflated Bitcoin. Excuse me. Inflated Bitcoin. They were not. What were they minting for? Because in the real world, you only mint currency based on labor and work that is done to meet what is being done. It's corrupt countries that just print money anyhow and therefore cause inflation. But of course, we're seeing printing of money crazily because of government spending. But as RLUSD, PayPal USD, and all the other ones come in, stable coins will be worth billions and billions and billions. Go check the report for how much stable coins were involved in the economy last year. These ones where the bank are saying, oh, no. Let me tell you, I think it's a ruse to get people to stay away. They are ready, they are prepared, they know the change has come. You think they are genuinely fighting? No, they are trying to get people to say, well, if the banks are in it, there's no way out. That's what I feel. Because they were part of the testing since 2014. They are part of this thing since 1988. What are they talking about? That they didn't know that this was going to happen? They knew. Maybe they didn't know how many of us will be involved, how many believers will be involved. Because the system is designed at some point, like a beast, to shut people out who do not have certain credentials. Thankfully, God revealed it to us before the time so that we can get these credentials and be ready. I see what I'm saying? So, okay, he says, uphold Visa card via Cross River Bank. RLUSD is free swap for USD via exactly. So that I didn't know that. That's something you can do on Cross River Bank. But for those in America, that's a very good opportunity for you, and some other places where Cross River Bank is very, very active. But I need you to understand, friends, that we have to prepare. Don't just go to the bank and say you want to take profit. You have crypto, you have $300,000 to claim. You get into trouble. They are not going to make it easy for people, but you can make it easy for yourself by learning right now. Learn about stable coins. What are they? What will they do? Don't just think, oh, many people are thinking in today's world how they're going to do things. No, you don't change your lifestyle for the next 1 year. No, celebrate. Somebody asked me, what would you do if XRP or whatever goes to this price? I'm not a big XRP holder, so I'm not, but if it goes to a good price, I said, I'm going to go down the street. There's a Dairy Queen. I'm going to buy me 3 scoops of ice cream because I usually buy 1 scoop whenever I eat ice cream. So I'm going to buy 3 scoops and have different, I have marble, whatever, chocolate. I'll have, strawberry. I have vanilla. Vanilla is my favorite at the top. And I'll put sprinkles on it, like a peanut, or whatnot. But I said that's what I would do. And I'll eat it. Probably go with my wife, and then that's it. That's my celebration. I said, because you have to sit down and just calm down. This is not the time for you to run around thinking, oh, okay, everything in the world is now whatever. So, and then this is the time to pray. Hey, Sean, how you doing? This is the time to pray and prepare. Prepare your hearts for what is coming. Prepare your hearts for what is coming. There will be a battle to drive people out. The manipulation will not be like before. But let me tell you what has been revealed to me, how they are going to manipulate things. Watch this. So as soon as the Clarity Act is passed, the banks will agree. I could be wrong, right? But this is what I believe I've seen. The banks will agree that we are going to slow walk our participation. You know, Swift is still being used, right? Okay. But there's something. What makes XRP to explode in price? XDC, XLM, all these things to go to a very high price is when the interoperability for global movement of value and tokenization takes place. Right now, interoperability is just they're talking, but there's limitation. Why? Because every bank is being a silo to themselves. So JP Morgan is an example. They have the Onyx coin. So they move between their branches. So from New York to South Africa, from New York to Brazil, from whatever. So then they use, it's like, if you have you ever been to London, okay? You see the speed train going to Manchester, all right? And when you get to Manchester, you want to go to some other city, outside of Manchester or town outside of Manchester. There are trains that will take you. The trains from London to Manchester are beautiful. They're lovely on the inside. I don't know what they look like now, but I remember way back in the day, you enjoy the ride in those trains. Now, there's some way in London that takes you and it brings you out just at the outskirts of the city, and then you can enter another train that takes you to Leeds or to Manchester or to wherever you are going. You get to those places, then you get into one of these older trains. You wonder, look at these trains are still operating. In many countries, that's how it is. They have the older trains. They've not converted everything, and they are moving. I mean, when I say older, not like old, but they are older compared to these bullet trains that are coming out and all of that. And so that's how it is. They are still using those existing rails, and they will slow walk it because they can. That's my honest prediction. And the reason why they will do this is, in my opinion, it's like, okay, so you guys thought you could get away, right? Well, we're going to limit you. And when people see that another 1 year is going and they miss taking profit at a certain price, they say, well, you know what? I better just get out with what I have now. Because when something goes to, say, $800, $900, $1,000, and you didn't take a lot of profit, and then you got to a point where it's like, okay, well, there's a lot of people who will walk out, and the slow walking now, it's the banks doing it because they just feel they can. Remember, the globalists are really having a headache with Trump in office because he's doing things different than what they expected. All of them are against him because he's the one who doesn't want to be a globalist. He wants to be a nationalist, and globalists hate nationalism because they want one world where they can control things, and a few billionaires and the government run the country, tell you what kind of meat you should eat, tell you which car to drive, tell you whether you should drive or not, live in small 15-minute squares in the cities, and so on and so forth. Farmers can't farm anymore. The meat is grown in a lab, and fruit is like everything, it just changes. This is the problem, So we have to be very careful. We have to be, wise. We have to study and know exactly what is really happening. So that is that. Now, I want to talk finally about shadow banks. I've been on here for 30 minutes. Let's now talk about shadow banks. So what is a shadow bank? I want you to understand that 49% of the global banking is actually shadow banks. What is a shadow bank? The shadow banks, I'm going to tell you now. Let me just give you the description because a lot of people don't know. And by the way, we are doing a training for shadow bank, how to become a shadow bank yourself. Okay, on the 28th of March at 10 a.m. To register, you go to investments.com. WTWinvestments.com. I'm going to put it on here. It's very important. Now, if you are interested and you think that you've been called to hold significant value in the future, because you're a Joseph, because you are a Gideon, because you are a Moses, because you are called to build an island for God's people. You are a Joseph building a Goshen. You are a Joseph building storehouses. There are some people like that, and they know themselves in their spirit. They've had dreams, they've had visions, they've had revelations, and they know what they're going to do. Actually, God is trusting them with the assets that are coming their way. They can't even believe the digital assets that they now control. Let me tell you something. Some of you don't even know how you amass what you amass. I was talking to somebody and he said, I don't even know how I got this number of XRP. It's not a lot in today's, when you look at it, but I'm telling you, when trillionaires are being made, new billionaires are being made. For every 5 trillionaires, there will be several billionaires that will be made. Why? Because it's like a watershed. It's like water coming off the side of a mountain. When it's overflowing at the top, it has to flow down. Several hundred millionaires will be created, like a millionaire, millionaires. How do you call them? What do you call people? Millionaires are millionaires like 10 million to 50 million, and what you call 100 millionaires is, and all that. So this will happen. This will happen. So it is important to understand how you can be a shadow bank. And on my laptop, this is where it is. This is being hosted by my wonderful friend, Kryptonite. The Lord has given him a revelation. I was thinking about some of these things, and I remember talking to people about it. They think I'm crazy. I didn't know how to go about it. Then the Lord connected me with Kryptonite a few years ago. We started talking. We started investigating. We started, praying and doing things. And the next thing you know, he says, hey, let's do this. Can you come up? Let's do a webinar together. Let's do stuff together. And over time, I have investigated some of this, and I'm telling you, it is important. And so how do you register? You go to wtwinvestments.com and you register. It is $1,000, but it's $299 early bird. Just go with it. This is not for everybody, please. Some people get upset. Why are they charging that much for this? Aren't they God's people? Can they just give it to us for free? And that's not how the world works. That's not how life works. Yes, we're in the world, but not of the world. The truth of the matter is, sometimes people have to pay for things. When I came in here, I didn't tell them, look, I'm a child of God, I'm a prophet, I'm a preacher, I'm a pastor. Can I get this? The price of this has increased in Canada. Everything is crazy. $2.40, something we used to buy for what, 99 cents. $2.40 just over the last 1.5 years. It's exploded in price. A donut is now $1.89. Unbelievable. For flour and water and sugar. Not even healthy. Think about what healthy food would look like. Friends, we need to begin to prepare. There are hard times coming. There's a famine coming. And one of the reasons why famine comes is because of wickedness on the earth. When people begin to do work against the Lord, one of the ways to get them to go on their knees is that famine comes. Even the land will rebel against us when we begin to do things outside of the counsel and the will of God. All right. So good morning, Sonny Lakers. How you doing? Okay, God bless you. Okay, let's see example of stable coins. A stable coin is USDT. Adeyemi Adebisi, are you new to crypto? A stable coin is USDT. There are two types of stable coins. You don't hear about the second type, but the first type is the common ones: USDT, USDC, PYUSD, Stably, RLUSD, and a couple others. Just go on ChatGPT, tell me what are stable coins, and ask ChatGPT to tell you what is the depth of each stable coin. All right, and you will know when you say depth, you're talking about how strong it is. How liquid are they? Because the more liquid a stable coin is, people didn't even know that PayPal has its own. PayPal is one of the most liquid organizations on the planet. People move their money out of PayPal, out of banks, into PayPal. Because when I do a job and you pay me or I sell, somebody just sold a mobile phone in front of me right now. Sometimes they use PayPal to pay. And some people leave money on PayPal. I leave like $100 on PayPal. I pay for food. I pay for Uber. I pay for you want to buy anything now? Your phone will give you, Apple Pay or Google Pay or PayPal. It's that powerful. And now Elon Musk is talking about X Money, and they are launching in the next couple of weeks, in the next couple of days. X Money is coming in reality. So I just want to tell you guys that today we've talked about taking profit skills. I've not taught you anything. I've not shown you what I will do, and I will still do that because I have time. I've prayed about it. I said, God, this is what I'd like to do. Follow me on Patreon, and my Patreon is AH for Truth. You can follow me. Oh, by the way, if you want to register for the course, the webinar, it's on register for the webinar. I have Pastor Jordan calling me. Let me just tell him I'm on live. Hey, Pastor Jordan, I'm just on live, and I was just talking about you. I'm just talking about the webinar. I was talking about 3 things today. Number 1, shadow banks. I'm talking about taking profits, that there's a skill in taking profit. Hallelujah. And then I was talking about something else. You called, and I said to the people, Pastor Jordan is calling. I have to let me tell him I'm online. Yes, sirree. I was gonna, yeah.
Well, no, go go back to doing that. I didn't know. I just got finished with Bible study, so I didn't know.
Yes, all right. I'll talk to you in a bit, okay? I got to talk to you. Okay, God bless you. Bye-bye. Yeah. So that's it. So there we go. Okay. Leon, God bless you. Good to see you on here. Yes, multimillionaire. Yes, I'm a newbie. Okay. So, where are you based? DME, DBC. You gotta get some in knowledge on crypto. Buy books or whatever. There's not a lot of books out there. So go into my description. You'll find a book there. It's $19.99 if you can afford it. If not, I don't know. But there's a lot of information. Ask ChatGPT. Say, what is crypto? It'll tell you. All right, how do I invest in crypto? It'll tell you. It's very, you can be self-taught. Excuse me. Spend a couple hours and you'll learn a lot. Leon says, bless brother, how are you doing? I'm good. Excuse me. Got my cold wallet today after being in the market. Which one did you get? Oh, by the way, guys. So there's a cold wallet that I'm gonna get. I'm gonna introduce it to you. It's the best in the market. It's not cheap. It'll cost you between $398 and $600. It's the most expensive cold wallet that I know for now, but it's the cold wallet of all cold wallets. If you want it, go get it. Yeah, it's very, very important that we begin to prepare. So this cold wallet is called the Engrave. Okay, so the Engrave is a cold wallet I recommend for anyone who wants to kind of upgrade. I mean, I know you have Ledger, you have Trezor, you have Tangent, but if you want the deep freezer of deep freezers of deep freezers, maximum security on a cold wallet, go for the Engrave. Okay, so you can get the Engrave. Actually, just use my link, so that way you get a discount, I get a commission. Okay, that's the way it works. So the Engrave wallet. Let me see if I can get that for Engrave. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm gonna post it for anybody who is interested. Okay. How many of you would like the Engrave wallet that can afford it? Like, it's not for everybody. Some people may not be able to afford it right now, but as things begin to heat up, you should be thinking of picking up the Engrave. Okay. So I'm going to post the link on here for you, and you're more than welcome to pick one. So let me just put it on here. Here, I'm putting it on the comment already. So that's the Engrave wallet. Click on the link and you get my affiliate pricing. Financial freedom 6093, Ledger, Tangem and Decent are the best. Okay, you do your Tangem, Decent. I have Tangem, I have Decent, I have. Why should I put that money into ISO coins? I'm not putting it. Why are you telling me to do that? You do that. Don't tell me what to do. Like, for example, somebody wants to buy the Solana phone. Solana phone is $500. They say, oh, that's too much money. Don't waste it. That's poverty, in my own opinion. You don't know what people can afford. You can't be telling people, don't do this, don't do that. How do you know that somebody has? It's like I have a client. He's put close to $500,000 into cryptocurrencies. So you tell him, oh, don't spend that money. He'll buy the Engrave. It's nothing to him. The people that have money are now entering. We are salary earners. We've been here for 6 years, 7 years, 10 years. Now the multimillionaires are coming in. Go to Paul Barron. Paul Barron is hosting these meetings. He said people that are worth 10 million, the 1%, 11 million and above, right? They are asking questions about crypto. And the banks are now telling their wealthy clients, put 2% of your assets into crypto. Jay Claver said it, but they're not telling you that. CNBC is not telling you that. Those guys are going to buy the Engrave. They don't care about somebody's driving a Porsche around that he bought for $150,000. You say, oh, no, don't spend. They don't think like that, right? They have money. So, yeah. So for you to tell, like when I put it out there, I said it's not for everybody. It's for whoever can afford it. That's why I put it out there. See what I mean? So, There's some people who don't like. One guy says he had problems with his tangent. My wife had a tangent. She had a lot of trouble with it. Like it's like anything, right? Anything in this world. Even this engrave, you could have some difficulty with it, right? So, to each his own, and people sometimes what they can afford. So with the engrave wallet, go research it. Any of you here who heard me talk about it, go research it. Things are not priced. Sometimes things are priced just expensive for nothing, but I'm telling you, there's a reason why. Go check it out. You would see. So, one guy, he's worth a lot of money. He was asking me, please, can you show me the cheapest wallet? I said, why do you want the cheapest wallet? He said, I don't want to spend a lot of money. His net worth is in the millions, but he wants to spend $59.99 to buy a wallet. I'm like, no, don't do that. Buy it, but you others. People have no idea what is coming. Don't have one wallet only. If it's Tangem you want to use, have like 7 of them. Because it's cheap, right? So have 7. And then distribute your assets into the 7. I'm just telling you. Okay. I'll give you the link to book here right now. Where is it? Just learn all you can, guys. No education you are getting is a waste. I'm telling you, that's what I feel. By learning, we are preparing ourselves. Before I came on YouTube, I learned everything I could about crypto. You see, I did what I could. I learned whatever I could learn about crypto. Okay, here's the link to book. But it's also in my description. It's in the description, the video description. Okay, Financial Freedom, thank you so much. Yeah, just take a look. If you can afford things, don't just go cheap. Find out why they're saying it, because you see, quantum computing will start hacking some of these things in the future, right? So, and if you have Tangem, I'll advise that you get your seed phrase. Don't go with the option of no seed phrase, because you have a backup card. That seed phrase is one of the best things ever in crypto. Seed phrases, one of the best things ever. So, yes, I do, but I believe it's near. You see, Paul believed that he was going to see Jesus alive. He believed that in his own time, Christ was returning. But here's what happened. He died. He didn't come. A Christian should have that belief that Christ can come today. Now, look at the world. Look at the transgender stuff happening. Look at all this stuff. Do you know that in Canada today, they are trying to pass a law that you cannot say certain things as a preacher, right? Okay. But in 1939, when Hitler rose to power, and then the Second World War ensued in 1940 to 45, people thought the world had ended. Only for the world to live on another. We're now like how many years after the World War? Right? We're almost 100 years after. Second World War. Then the First World War too was brutal. People died. Then you got the Spanish plague, the bubonic plague, all of these plagues. People thought that, during COVID, some people said, we're not going to church, let's just wait, sell all our things and then go to heaven. Why are you even selling your things if you are going to heaven? You don't need to sell because you're leaving here. You won't take money to heaven. So just leave it and just wait to be then rapture. So what we do is we expect him today, every day. However, we live as if we have another 100 years. A lot of people make that mistake. So my dad said Jesus was coming soon. He didn't want to buy land. He didn't care about it. But later he bought land and he built a house. But at that time, he was doing it when he didn't have as much strength as he had when he was way younger, right? So I look at that and I say, wow, I don't want to do that. He was a great man of God. He was a loving father. He was an elder in the church, believed in evangelism, outreach, winning souls for Jesus. So we should not become so heavenly minded that we become earthly useless. You see what I'm saying? That's my own way of, I'm online here. If I believed like some people that he's coming soon, we should not, just wait. You go to your job, you eat. It's actually a cop-out. It's a way of not even doing anything. Do you know some people want to go to heaven so badly, they are not preaching to anybody about Christ? They won't buy coffee for anybody in the coffee shop with the hope of engaging people in conversation. They are not doing that because he's coming soon. Why are we worried? Why are we bothered? Why are we doing all these things? It's of no value. One guy said, why are we investing in crypto? It's just 7 years and it's over. That's what they believe. Nobody truly knows how the end will wrap up. We have an idea. We see the book of Revelation. We know in part, we prophesy in part. And by the way, there are other prophets that are coming who will share the same scripture you know today, expanded a little bit more. Revelation that we had yesterday is not old. It's just that it's been refreshed. Nothing new under the sun. So, yeah. Yes, with what's happening in the world. You were not alive. Did you know that they had done a lot of experiments with human beings way back under Adolf Hitler? We're just beginning to come to see those files today. And some of those experiments came to America and they continued. The CIA has a lot of information on all that stuff. But here's the point. You see, if Christ was to come today, you are meant to live your life today as if, the devil appeared to Smith Wigglesworth in his house and said, you're going to die. No, so there was a lot of commotion in his living room. And he came down and he saw that it was the devil. It was middle of the night. He said, what are you doing here? He says, just making some noise. So he said, all right, continue. I'm going back to bed. So he didn't even worry. I don't know how, what really happened there. Maybe it was a vision or what. And then one time he was asked, if you were to die today, tonight, what would you do? He said, I'll just follow my schedule. And then come home and tell my family to meet me in the evening, come home and then just go. You see, those are people of faith. A lot of people today are very uncomfortable with truth, with the word, and yet they are Christians. So, does that make sense? Any question before I go? It's 52 minutes. I have a few more minutes to hit 1 hour that I've been on here. But I want to say thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you for those of you who liked the video. And those of you who didn't like it, I thank you also. But at least we got 27 likes and we got like $10. Wow, from Daniel. God bless you, Daniel. You are such a blessing. Every time you are blessing me financially. So I thank you. Leon, yes, Tangem is good, but it's not the only wallet out there. You got Tangem, it's very cheap. All right, so that's why a lot of people go for it, right? It's $59. But I just shared with you a wallet that is the cheapest of it is the Engrave Zero. It is $398 US. I always say US because I'm not in the US. And then you got the higher levels. It's a couple of them, all the way to $498, and then you got a $600 wallet with the Engrave. And the Engrave is a very powerful wallet. It is the wallet of wallets. In my opinion, it is the cold wallet of all cold wallets. It is a deep freezer of all deep freezers. It's like 3 deep freezers down and no connection to the internet whatsoever. It's actually you access everything by QR code. So it's a completely different concept. I like it. My day is good, thank you. It's Engrave. Yeah. If you want to pick up the Engrave, I just what makes it extra secure? Why are you asking me? Go check it out yourself. It's the Rolls Royce of wallets. I'm not going to sit down here and explain everything because I'm not the manufacturer, but I believe in it. I see, I've got a ledger, right? Look at the ledger. Look at how much the ledger is. A lot of people are like, oh, Tangem, that's what they have. People are going to lose their crypto with Tangem, and I'll tell you why. It's not because Tangem is bad. It's because people are not taking time to set up seed phrases. They just want something easy. Tap and go, tap and go. You have to have and then why I have several Tangems, but why have several Tangems and not have several something else? You can't just go with one. You have to go with different brands and then spread your 1,000 XRP into 200 here, 200 here, 200 here, like that, 5 in different. If you really believe in what you're about to witness, then you should have more. And this is the time to actually, in my opinion, buy your assets, because there's a lot of crooked people that are going to show up when things take off. All right, Glenn, super dude. So Neil Dan, I really don't know. I don't know how to answer that question, but really, oh, okay. Well, maybe because it's not. It's a completely different operation and concept. What I've come to learn is the fact that you have to, with what I like Ledger, my Ledger Nano, I don't have the Ledger Flex or Stacks. It's just that I have to connect a wire, connect it to my laptop. There's a couple of steps. It's not so quick. Tangem is awesome, but it's too quick, in my own opinion. Too quick. Too quick. Do you get my point? It's just too quick. So you got so many layers. And the same thing with Ellipal. The Ellipal wallet, but it's the engrave is in a league of its own. In a league of its own. QR codes, that's it. All right. Any more thoughts before we go tonight? You guys are awesome, man. Thank you for rocking with me over the last it's almost 18 months now, right? Yeah, 18 months on YouTube. Woohoo! Glenn Super Dude. Glenn Super Dude, where are you? Oh, Melbourne. Okay. Are you from Crypto Nice channel? Because I know you have some people. I have some good friends in Australia, like who are on my channel too. I'm not sure, brother. I'm not really sure. It's been so busy for me. Like I have a dad video on my Patreon already, and quite a number of people have used it to sign up. Blessings to you as well. Melbourne. You know, I've never been to Australia, but it's on my bucket list. I'd like to go, but I don't want to get jump kicked by a kangaroo. What? You don't think they can what? Oh, okay, that's awesome. Financial freedom. What were you saying? You said you don't think they can do what? Who can do what? What are you talking about? Do you think it will be removed though? Those guys, I mean, the way they're just like Canada, I'm telling you. One Australian person said she went to the US and that all the things that they were telling her, don't go, this and that, she got there. Hey, God bless you. Thank you, Pastor Carter. Yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Yes, people. Yeah, I'm just in a coffee shop for the evening. I work from home today, so I thought I should just go out, have a little bit of have some tea. Yes, God is moving mightily. I think that what we're seeing is the whole world. There is the Lord's hand is holding back the evil. I really believe so, and giving humanity opportunity to repent, to make it right, and change our ways. I really believe that's what's happening. So. This is wonderful. Okay. Glenn Super Dude, you agree? On point. Can the government seize your crypto, Pastor? Yes. Financial freedom. Where are you based, by the way? Where are you joining us from? Can you let me know? Can you tell me? Yes. There is a new rule now, a new law, that if you abandon your crypto, not everywhere, in some states, Texas, I'm not sure if it's California. California is the first to pass it. I don't know if they fully passed it, but if you leave your crypto in an account a cold wallet for more than 3 years, they'll seize it. Then you have to come and prove that it's your crypto to get it back. They said you can get it back. So, and not only that, they're going to try to tax your crypto as the value goes up, whether you sell it or not. The kind of governments we have right now in the UK, in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, they are socialist in ideology. I don't know if New Zealand changed after Jacinda Ardern, but they are very socialist. France, all of them, they're very socialist. And they say they're trying to take care of people, but they never do. They never do. People get poorer. So what they do is that they take money. Right now in Canada, they're proposing to tax the increase of value on your landed property, your real estate. So if you have a house that you bought 300,000 and is worth 800,000, they are not satisfied with the tax they are getting. They want to tax you on top of that. You see, they are power drunk. They see how much they're able to do with people's taxes. All their travel, all their stuff that they do is paid for by taxes. So they eat food, their lunches are paid for by taxes because they're always holding meetings, they're always doing things, playing busy doing nothing, busy accomplishing nothing, while people get poorer. So they're going to take those people that own homes above $1 million, 800,000 to on up. That's why if you check now, so many wealthy people are leaving Britain. So many. So this is the reason why we're doing the it's a good question, financial freedom. That's why we're doing the crypto, the shadow bank webinar on the 28th of November, just so people have the information. We can't do everything for you, but you will do your research, and you can have assets of that value and not place them. I don't believe that is enough to place them in limited liability companies set up. I think that you need a little bit more protection, particularly for certain ISOs like XRP. Yeah, because of the value they would generate. March 28th, yes. So if you can afford it, financial freedom, you go and register. Yes, trust is a smart way to go about it, but sometimes, excuse me, you now have to become very, very careful, because you can also have a situation where, I will always say, have a bag that you never sell. You know, you can't put everything. So let's say you have 10 parts of 10. Use the same principle that in my book I talked about the 4 bags, right? Or 3 bags principle, 3 to 4 bags. When you also have accumulated in assets, in the value, also use that same principle. Always have a bag. If I have 10 items, 10 coins, I will put 2 in a bag that is mine personally, that I never sell, because one day the value will be so high up there. Then I put some in a trust. Then I put some in this, like different vehicles. This way, if for any reason, because a time is coming, if you're a believer, people can accuse you falsely. Look at what happened to Trump, right? The woman said, "Oh, he raped me in the, in a store," and a lot of people don't believe it, but they choose to believe it because they know they don't like him. Yeah, it's like these days, people don't like you. So if anybody says anything, yes, he did it, kill him. So the way she told the story, the dress she said she was wearing, the manufacturer came out and said that dress doesn't even exist. But hatred doesn't process that way. They know, they hear the story, many of them here, but they don't care because we hate him. Destroy him. So that's the way it is. Yeah, that's the way it is. So yeah, trust is, LLC trust, that's what I was talking about. But in my opinion, it's always good, because if you get accused of something, they say, well, what, you own this trust, you are head over the trust, well, we're going to remove you. They can remove people from trusts. They can remove people from over lies. So, but the good news is also, you can also be in a trust and have your family members, again, never sell all your bags. Have a bag that you keep for the future, just there. You don't touch it. As long as you don't touch it, it may become your last hedge of protection. That's the way I look at it, right? So we don't know what the whole future is. in my opinion. We don't know, but we just know that we have to start making preparations, thinking about what has happened in the past. We talked about the gold confiscation in 1933. You know, when I and Crypto Night did the shadow bank live, we talked about it. 49% of the banks in the world are shadow banks. Why are they shadow banks? Go research that, because I mean, you don't have to be Bank of America, you don't have to be this. So can you as an individual operate like a shadow bank? Yes, I believe so. You just have to find out how it's done, and then you'll be fine. I found out that some people are investing in pharmaceutical company, like they own pharmacies, but they're not doctors, they are not pharmacists. They just have money. It's interesting what happens in the world when people have money. Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world. He's not a doctor, he's not a pharmacist, he's not, but he knows all about how mosquitoes can bite people. You know? So isn't that interesting, right? He knows about all that stuff. Okay, well, thank you, everybody. I want to say God bless you all, and it's been nice talking to you. Have a wonderful, super duper 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 night. Bye for now.